Let's begin with Boolean algebra. All the circuits that we build in digital electronics, they follow the rules that are laid down in Boolean algebra. And in this topic, we will see what are those rules, the theorems, and its properties and their properties. Let's see what is this Boolean algebra. Boolean algebra has the following rules, and the rules are, they use Boolean algebra use these operations. These are the basic operations that are used in the Boolean algebra. Based on these operations only, all the rules are made. So the first operation is called binary addition. Binary addition, it has the following symbol, plus. Binary addition has the symbol plus, and binary multiplication, it has dot operation, and binary complement, this is the x dash, or sometimes we use x bar. Bar also means the same thing. Bar also means the same thing. Now let's see, based on these three rules, we have other theorems and postulates. Let's see x, y, where x and y are the Boolean variables. Boolean variable means a variable that takes these two numbers, either 0 or 1. This is the set. From this set, all these Boolean variables takes their values. So x can take a value either 0 or 1. It is not allowed to take any value other than these two written here, 0 and 1. This is the Boolean set, or binary. And what are the operations? Binary multiplication, which is represented by dot. Let x and y are two Boolean variables, and binary multiplication between those is represented by x dot y. Let x and y are two Boolean variables, two variables, which means Boolean. If I don't say anything, by default x and y are Boolean variables. So what is the R operation? R operation is represented by plus symbol here. X, if x is the Boolean variable and x complement is another operation. So these are the three operations, basic operations, upon which all other theorems are made. Let's see, if x is 0, y is 0. Just now we said x is a Boolean variable that can have value either 0 or 1. If x is 0 for y and y is 0, for two variables, how many combinations exist? 4 combinations. 0, 0 for x0, y1, for x1, y0, x1, y1. And what is the AND operation defined? What is the binary multiplication? This is called binary multiplication. How it is defined? For both zeros, binary multiplication is 0. For both, one is 0, other one is 1, binary multiplication is 0 again. For x1, y0, binary multiplication is 0 again. For both x1 and y1, the binary multiplication is 1. That is how it is defined. Next, how R operation is defined here. Binary addition, this is called binary addition, is defined in the Boolean algebra. For x0, y0, this is the R operation, x plus y, x plus y, binary addition operation. How it is defined? 0, 0, 0. If x0, y1, then that addition operation gives us 1. If x is 1, y0, addition operation gives us 1. If both are 1, then also addition operation gives us 1. And say complement operation, x0, it produces 1. If x is 1, it produces 0. Now if you remember the gates that we have discussed 5 minutes ago, this binary multiplication is same as AND operation. So binary multiplication is same as AND operation. This binary addition is same as R operation. And this complement is same as inversion operation. So let's see, and what is the set from which these variables can take values. This is a set which contains only two. What are they? 0 and 1. Now let's see the laws of Boolean algebra. Here we will see the laws. These laws are very close to the laws in normal algebra. And what are the laws of normal algebra? We have commutative law, and associative law, and also distributive law. There are also the same laws present in Boolean algebra. They work much the same. Now see the basic laws of Boolean algebra. The commutative law for addition and multiplication. Commutative law exists for both addition and multiplication. Associative law for addition and multiplication, and the distributive law. These are much same as in ordinary algebra. Now let's understand these laws one by one. First, we begin with commutative law. The commutative law of addition for two variables is written as a plus b, where a and b are Boolean variables. Okay, a plus b. This is the commutative law for addition. A plus b is equal to b plus a. It is saying, what it is saying is, no matter how you add the variables, in what order, take a first and add b to a. This is same as taking b first and adding a to b. Doesn't matter in which order you add the variables, they always gives us the same result. This law states that the order in which the variables are ordered. For see the commutative law for addition, addition is nothing but the OR operation. In digital electronics, addition is nothing but the OR operation. So we are describing this commutative law in terms of OR gate, because this OR gate represents the addition operation in Boolean algebra. So we can use OR operation to describe this commutative law. So take OR gate. A first, give a input to the first input, a variable to the first input, b to the second input, and it produces a plus b, which is same as giving b first and a next. Both are one and the same. So simply, no matter in what order you add the variables, they all produce the same answer. That is the commutative law for addition. In the same way, we have commutative law for multiplication. Let's see. What is the commutative law for multiplication saying? Multiplication means a dot b. So if a and b are the variables, what is their multiplication? A dot b. Sometimes we don't write dot. We simply write ab. Then also it represents multiplication. Don't think dot is missing. It is not. It is something strange. No, it is also accepted notation. A, B is the product of A variable and B variable, which are Boolean variables. And just now we have described the product, definition of that product. Now, and also we said that product, this AND gate operation and product operation are one and the same. So we are using AND gate here. So let's see, this is AND which produces the product operation. This AND gate produces the product operation, product result, right? And these are the two inputs. A is one input, B is another input. What is this? A is a Boolean variable which can take either 1 or 0. B is also another Boolean variable which can take either 1 or 0. If you apply A first and B next, and you will get AB. AB, we have given definition for AB in the previous table. Or if you apply B first and then A next and then A, then too we have BA. It is much the same. If you look at the answer here, and if you look at the answer, they are both one and the same. So what this commutative law for multiplication is saying us is, no matter in which order you multiply the input variables, output is essentially the same. This law states that the order in which the variables are ANDed, multiplication means AND operation, whatever order you choose to use, that makes no difference for the result. ANDed makes no difference, right? Next, let's start with associative law. Associative law, what it says is, if you have three variables to be added, how we add them, in what order? Let's see, if you have three variables to be added means ORed. A, B, C are the variables to be added. What is the operation in digital electronics for addition? OR operation. So what is the symbol of OR operation? Plus. Now, if you have three variables to be added, and in what order you add them? Take B and C are them, and to the result we are A. We add A. Keep it one side, and let's see other way.
మీ బోర్డు కదా మీ బోర్డు కదా వాడు.
Let's see other way. You can take E and B first, are them, to the result you are C. To the result you add C, and both are same. This is the observation. Means the thing is, no matter in which order you are the variables, the result remains same. That's what this associative law describes. This law states that when ORing more than two variables, the result is the same regardless of the grouping of the variables. The same thing is shown here. Now A plus B plus C, we have grouped B and C first. See, B is ORed with C. Now what is the symbol? What is the logic gate we have to use to OR B and C? OR gate. Let's see, this is the OR gate we have used. For the OR gate, sorry, this is the OR gate we have used. To that OR gate, B and C are the inputs. These are the inputs for this OR gate. So what is the output of this OR gate? It becomes B plus C, and this result is taken and that is added with A. This result is available here. That result is to be added with A. Now what is the gate that is to be used? Again, OR gate. So use another OR gate whose input is B plus C, another input is A. So what we get is A plus B plus C. This is the circuit that realizes the left hand side of the equal symbol. Now let's see what is there on the right hand side. Here we are grouping A and B first. A is ORed with B. Let's see how it is to be realized using gates. A and B are the variables, plus is the operation. Addition is the operation. Our equivalent operation is OR gate, OR operation. So use OR operation, and for this OR gate, use OR gate. For this OR gate, A and B becomes the AB becomes the inputs. AB become the inputs. And what is the output of this OR gate? A plus B. This result is to be added with C. Added means OR operation again. So use another OR gate, and here we have A plus B, and this one is C. So what we get? A plus B plus C. These two are identically equal. No, what it says is, no matter which variables you group in OR operation, the result remains same. You take B and C first, you OR them, and that result you are adding with A is same as A or B. The result is ORed with C. This also gives us the same answer. Next one. This is the associative law for multiplication. Associative law for multiplication. Now multiplication means what is the equivalent operation in digital electronics? AND operation, right? A, B, C, these are the variables that are to be multiplied, that are to be ANDed. Now let's see, we have only two input AND gate. We have only two input AND gate. Now in that case, what we can do is, you can AND B with C, take that result, and that result with A is same as AND A and B first, take that result, and with C. In both the cases, our answer will not change. So what this law states that doesn't matter in which order you AND the variables, the result remains same. Here, this circuit, this logical circuit describes this mathematical expression A, B, C. Here, which variables are ANDed first? B and C. So take one gate, AND gate. Now what is the operation here? Although we have used symbol, we have used the symbol dot for AND operation. Here there is no dot. Then too, it means the same. BC without dot also says the same thing. BC. Sometimes we don't write dot, still it represents the same AND operation. The implied, although there is no dot, dot is implied here. Now see, this is the, how do you get product BC, where B and C are the variables? We use AND gate. So B and C become the inputs, and what results is B dot C or simply BC. Take this result, and that result used to be ANDed with A, right? A. So A is the one input. Take another AND gate, and what we get is A into BC. These two, this A and this BC, comes out as product, comes out as AND result, whatever it may be. Now look at the right hand side of the equation. So in the right hand side, we are ANDing A and B first. That result is ANDed with C. So in the first stage, we are taking A and B as inputs, and we are using AND gate because we are looking for AND operation. We want AND operation. So what comes out is AB, which is A dot B. A dot B is same as AB. We use this notation also interchangeably. C. To this result AB, we AND C. So we use another AND gate. AB is one input, C is another input. So what results is A, B, which is this, C, which is this. So this is the meaning. No matter in which order you AND the variables, if there are many variables, the result remains same. That is the moral of the story. Next, look at the distributive law. Distributive law. So in the distributive law, what is the distributive law? It is much like our normal algebra. A into B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. So if we have three variables, in the three variables we are adding means OR operation. Remember always, addition is equivalent to OR operation in digital electronics. AND operation is equal to binary multiplication is equal to AND operation. And there is one more complement. Our whole digital electronics works based on these three. AND operation, OR operation, and complement. All other operations like exclusive OR, all of them are derived operations. Let's see. What it says. A into B plus C equal to AB plus AC. What is there in the left hand side? We are ORing B with C, B and C. We are ORing. ORing means addition. B and C are added. Take that result, that is ANDed with A. Means B plus C is addition to that result. Multiply that result with A. That is there in the left hand side. And in the right hand side, AB multiply A with B, multiply means AND, multiply A with C, take these two results, OR them. Now if you want to construct the equivalent digital circuit for the left hand side, if you want to construct equivalent circuit for the left hand side, how do you construct, or what gates you need and how they are to be connected? Can you think of it? Means we need to perform B with C or OR operation, means B is ORed with C. What gate we need? OR gate, right? What is the output of that OR gate? B plus C. That result is to be A into, this is A into. A into means multiplication, and what is the operation? AND. Take that result, result is to be ANDed with A. So we need one OR gate for this and one AND gate to multiply this result with A, right? Let's see, that is shown in the next slide. Here we have used OR gate, which is taking B and C as inputs, and what is the output? B plus C. This result is ANDed with A, which gives us A into B plus C. So X is equal to A into B plus C. Let's go back. Look at the right hand side. What is there on the right hand side? AB plus AC. So the idea is A multiplies with B. This is the term. A again multiplies with C. That is the term. These two terms will add. Now to realize this, how many gates we need and what gates, how they are interconnected. So to get this AB is nothing but A dot B, which is realized by using AND gate. And how do you get this term? A dot C, which is AND gate, another AND gate. These two results are to be added with OR gate. So we need totally 3 gates, one for this term, one AND gate for this term, another second AND gate for this term. These two terms are needed to be added. So we need one OR gate. So look at this circuit. A, B. So use AND gate to get this product. Use another AND gate to get this AC. Use OR gate to add them. So what we get is this AB plus this AC. AB, since it is OR gate, this term plus this term. So this is our answer. Now this law states that ORing 2 or more variables, and then ANDing the result with a single variable. See, we are ORing 2 variables here. It can be more than 2 variables. And then we are ANDing the result with another variable, which is A here. And the result with a single variable is equivalent to ANDing the single variable with each of the 2 or more variables and then ORing the products. ANDing the single variable with each of the two or more variables. Means ANDing the single variable with B, ANDing the single variable with C. If there are more terms like D, ANDing A with D, you will get one more term here plus AD, and ORing the products. This is one term, product term, this is another product term, and at the end we add all such product terms. So that becomes the that is same as A into B plus C, like that. That's what this distributive law says. And if you notice here, in the if you use both terms are same, A into B plus C is equivalent to AB plus AC. If you want to implement this expression in digital circuits, then you will need how many gates? You will need only two gates, one for this term, another for multiply the result with A. If you choose to implement the expression, the left hand side expression AB plus AC, you will need three gates, but both yields the same result. Now which is more effective? I would say this one, because it is involving only two gates, whereas here we have three gates. Because circuit complexity increases, that adds extra cost to the circuit. Later on we will see some simplification methods. Next, now we have talked about associative law, distributive law, all those laws. Now we will see the rules of Boolean algebra. We will see the rules of Boolean algebra. There are 12 rules. All those rules are used to simplify or understand the Boolean circuit. Table lists 12 basic rules that are useful in manipulating and simplifying Boolean expressions. Rule 1 through 9 will be viewed in terms of their application to logic gates, whereas rule 10 through 12 will be derived in terms of simpler rules and the laws previously discussed. Now this is the table in which we have furnished all the laws of Boolean algebra. There are 12 laws, 1 through 12. What the first law says, A plus 0 is equal to A. If you are a variable, it is a Boolean variable. So Boolean variable takes only two values, either 0 or 1, as we said in the last class. So A can be either 0 or 1. Let's generalize A, that is Boolean variable, plus 0. If you are a variable with 0, what we get is A. Means if you add A with 0, what we get is A back. Doesn't matter, A may be either 1 or 0, that comes out as it is. So 0 is identity in OR operation. Means if you add something with A, that something comes out, nothing will happen to that something. Next, A plus 1 is equal to A. So no matter what A is, if you are that A with 1, what you get is 1 back, 1, not back, 1. Means the result is not at all depends on A. Either what A is it 0 or 1? The result doesn't depends on the status of A variable. The output becomes simply this 1. Here, if A with R, if you are A with 0, you can simply ignore this 0 and A comes out as it is. Now A dot 0, no matter what A is, dot means and operation, 0 comes out. Whether A is 1 or 0, if you and that with 0, what comes out is 0. A and 1. A and 1 is, this is the 1 is the identity in and operation. So if A dot 1 is A. So what comes out is A as it is. If A is 1, 1 comes out as 1 comes out at the output. If A is 0, 1 comes out at the output. Sorry, 0 comes out of the output. Next, A plus A is equal to A. If you are adding two variables, then A results. If A plus A plus A also is equal to A, and the sixth one is A plus A bar equal to 1. If you have one variable and its complement here, let's say A is 0, what is its complement? 1. So what we get is 1. If A plus A bar is equal to 1, later we will describe all these rules in the following slides. Just read out the rules now. A dot A equal to A. Just like A plus A is equal to A dot A is also equal to A. A dot A bar is equal to 0. A plus A bar is equal to 0. This is dual property for this one. Later we will describe the duality of the Boolean algebra. All the properties have dual. Boolean expressions are dual in nature. Later we will describe that. That is very important. A double bar, A single bar is one complement. A double bar is take A, complement it, take the result, complement it again. So if you double complement A, what we get is A back. Next one is A plus AB equal to A plus A bar B equal to A plus B, A plus B into A plus C equal to A plus BC. These are the rules of Boolean algebra. Let's understand one by one. Rule 1, A plus 0 equal to A. A plus 0 equal to A. So this is what this rule says. A variable odd with 0, always equal to the variable. If the input variable A is 1, the output variable X is 1, which is equal to A. If the A is 0, the output is 0, which is also equal to A. Here we see some proof of this rule, how it works, why it is so. Now see, we have how do you prove it, or how do you verify this law? At least we have one variable which is odd with 0. Odd means OR gate. Use OR gate for addition operation, right? One of the second variable, second input is 0 always. Let's see, second input is 0. What is the first input? First input is A. Now just now we said how many values can be given to A. Since it is Boolean algebra, switching algebra, A can take only either 1 or 0. So these are the only two possibilities. Let's try with A equal to 1. If A equal to 1 and the second input remains held at 0, so what is the output of this OR gate? 1 OR with 0. We have already said what is 1 OR with 0? 1. So in this case, what we got? Output as 1. What is the other possibility for A? Here we have used A equal to 1, A equal to 0. The other variable is again held at 0. So 0 plus 0, 0 OR with 0, what we get is 0. So what we have noticed is, irrespective of the second input 0, the output is following the A variable. Whatever A takes on, the output is following A. If A is equal to 1, output is equal to 1. If A is equal to 0, output is equal to 0. Means output is simply A irrespective of the second input, provided the second input is 0. So if you are A with 0, that A comes out as it is. That doesn't change. This is the rule 1, and this is proof or verification. You can prove it by using the truth table also. Next, rule 2, A plus 1 equal to 1. A variable, this is the variable, odd with 1, always equal to 1. If you are a variable with 1, always equal to 1, doesn't matter what A is, whether A is 0 or 1, it is completely immaterial to the result. A1 on input to an OR gate produces 1 on the output, regardless of the value of the variable on the other input. Let's see. And for our operation, we need OR gate. The second input is 1. So second input is fixed at high or 1. The first input is A. Let's give A equal to 1 here. 1 OR with 1. So what we get is 1. 1 plus 1 is 1. In the yesterday's class, we have described the definition for OR gate. There we said 1 plus 1 is 1. So this is the output. And what is the other possibility for A? A equal to 0. The other input is held at 1. So 0 or 1. What is the output? 1. So now output, if you look at the output is following this one. Output is 1 regardless of the state of A. Whether A is 0 or 1, regardless of A, the output is 1. When this happens, when the second input is 1, when the second input is 1, then the output is 1. It doesn't depends on A variable, the first input. That is what this rule 2 says. Next, A dot 0 equal to 0. A dot 0 equal to 0. So what this one says, A is one variable input. The other input is fixed at 0. The other input is fixed at 0 and we are doing AND operation. AND operation means this is the AND operation. The second input is fixed at 0. Here also 0. And first input is A. Let's give values to A. These are the only two possibilities. Let's say A equal to 1. 1 AND with 0 is 0. So output of AND gate when one input is 1, other input is 0 is 0. What is the output of AND gate when A equal to 0? This is A equal to 1, this is A equal to 0. Second possibility. A equal to 0 and 0. 0 and 0 is 0. So what we can say is, if one of the input is 0, no matter what is the first variable, the output will be 0, right? So if you fix one input is 0, no matter what is the other variable, the output stays at 0. That's what this rule says. A dot 0 is 0. Next, A dot 1 equal to A. If you AND A with 1, then A comes out as it is without any modification. A variable ANDed with 1 is always equal to the variable. Let's see here. This is the AND operation for dot. Okay, this is the AND operation. And one input is fixed, which is, what is that one? 1. So 1. A equal to 0. There is first possibility. A equal to 0. 0 dot 1 is what? 0 dot 1 is 0. 0 AND with 1 gives us 0. What is another case for another possible value for A? 1. A equal to 1. The other input is fixed at 1. So 1 dot 1 is 1. So what we have noticed is the output is following A. The output is following the state of A. If A is 0, output becomes 0. If A is equal to 1, output becomes 1. So output is simply A. So A dot 1 gives us A. Next, rule 5, A plus A equal to A. Rule 5 says A plus A equal to A. Now what is how a variable ORed with itself is always equal to the variable. If you OR a variable with itself, what we get is the variable. So this is OR gate and both the inputs are the same variable. Same variables. A here, first input is A, second input is also A. Now let's choose A to be 0. Let's choose A to be 0. 0 here, since we are using second input also as same as the first input, so second input will also get 0. So 0 OR with 0 is 0. What is the other possibility? We have used 0, so let's use A equal to 1. This is the only other possibility, A equal to 1. Since second input is also using the a, so a equal to 1 here, a equal to 1 here. When you are, what we get is 1. So x is 0 here, x is equal to, output is equal to 1 here. That is simply output is reflected the a variable. So a plus a leaves us a, leaves a, that is the this. Next one is rule 6. Rule 6 says a plus a bar equal to 1. A plus a bar equal to 1. If you take one variable and second variable is its complement, this is the complement. The first variable is a, second variable is its component, sorry, not component, complement. What is the result? 1. So a variable odd with its complement is always equal to 1. Now let's see how. This is OR gate. Odd with means OR gate. We have to use OR gate. So there are two. One input is a, other input is its complement. Let's say a equal to 0. We have chosen a to be 0. And what is its complement? 1. If you choose a to be 0, then it becomes a equal to, then second input becomes 1. So 0 with 1 is 1 here. Let's say use another, let's say see another possibility, other possibility. A equal to 1. This time a takes 1, and since a is equal to 1, this second input gets its complement. What is the complement of 1? 0. So 1 or 0. So what we get is 1. So if you are adding one variable and its complement, then the result is always 1. Then the result is always 1. If you are adding or ORing one variable with its complement, then the result is always 1. That's what rule 6 says. Next, seventh one, a dot a is equal to a. A variable ANDed with itself is always equal to the variable. The variable ANDed with itself is always equal to the variable. Let's see how. Now let's see, this ANDed means we have to use AND gate. Both the inputs are same variable. Both inputs uses the same variable. Let's say a equal to 0. A equal to 0, a equal to 1. These are the only two values that a can take. So a equal to 0 here, a equal to 1 here. A equal to 0 means second input also gets the same value because both the inputs are same. 0.0 is 0, right? What is the second input? A equal to 1. Second case, a equal to 1. Here a equal to 1, here also a equal to 1. So what is the output? 1.1 is 1. So output is reflecting a. What is there in a is coming at the output. So a dot a gives us a. If a is 0, output is 0. If a is equal to 1, output is equal to 1. Otherwise, if you AND a with AND itself, if you AND a with itself, what we get is a. Now next rule, rule 8. A dot a bar equal to 0. What this rule says? A variable ANDed with its complement. This variable and its complement, when you AND these two, what we get is 0. Means one input of the AND gate is a, the other input is a complement. Then in that case, the result is 0. A variable ANDed with its complement is equal to 0. Let's see, this is the AND operation, AND gate, and one input is a, this is a bar. If a is equal to 1, what is its a bar? Obviously 0. When you AND 1 with 0, what we get is 0. The other possibility, if you use a equal to 0, This one is its complement. So what is the complement of 0? 1. So if you AND 0 with 1, then 2 we have 0 output. So no, if you AND A with its complement, if you AND A with its complement, the result is 0. This is a verification. And rule 9 says, what rule 9 says? A double complement. A double complement is equal to A. A double complement is equal to A. The double complement of a variable is always equal to the variable. If you start with the variable A and complement means invert it once, you get A, it should be A bar. You get A bar. If you then take A bar and complement invert it, you get A. So this is A bar, and this is also A bar, which is the original value, and it is shown here. And what is the symbol for complement in digital electronics? This is the symbol, one triangular symbol facing right side, and add bubble to it, that becomes the complement operation. So this is one complement, this is the input, this is the output of the first complement. Output of the first complement is taken and applied to another inverter. This is called inverter. Another inverter. Inverter is a circuit which implements complement operation. This is the second inverter, and this is the output. So we are inverting twice. Take A here. What we get is A bar here, and A bar is applied to another inverter. What we get is A double complement. Let's see the same thing here. Let's see. Let's give value to A equal to 0. Let's say A equal to 0. A equal to 0 is the input to the inverter. What we get is 1. See here, we get 1. And when 1 is applied to the inverter again, what we get is 0. So we are giving 0, we are getting 0. Now another value for A equal to 1. 1 we are giving, inverter takes that 1 and gives out 0. This is the output of the first inverter. Apply the inverter, use the inverter again. Use this 0 and apply to the second inverter. This 0 becomes 1 after passing through the second inverter. So we are applying 1, we are getting 1 here. In both the cases, whatever we have applied, we are getting the same thing. So if you apply A, after first inversion, it becomes A bar. After second inversion, it becomes A double bar, which is same as A. That is this rule. If you invert twice, what we get is A. If invert thrice, what we get is A bar. If invert 4 times, what we get is A back. So if you invert even number of times, what we get is the variable itself. If you invert odd number of times, we get A bar. Next, rule 10, A plus AB equal to A. Rule 10 says A plus AB is equal to A. And see, this rule can be proved by applying the distributive law, rule 2 and rule 4 as follows. We have taken different approach here. We use normal rules of Boolean algebra to prove this. In the next slide, we have also proved it by using truth table. Let's see here. A plus AB equal to, we can write A as A dot 1. Doesn't matter. A dot 1 is same as A. Previously we have, it may be rule 1 or rule 2. What rule is this? Maybe rule 4. A dot 1 is same as A. This A is can be written like this, A dot 1, and AB comes as it is. So that is equal to, see, A dot 1 plus AB, you can take A common, A into 1 plus B. This is distributive law. And see, A equal to A into 1 plus B. If you take 1 plus B, one variable R with 1 is always 1. This is rule 2 says this. B, one variable R with 1 always gives us 1. So 1 plus b is 1. A dot A and of this result becomes 1. 1 plus b reduces to 1 and A comes as it is. A dot 1 is A. So this is the proof. We start with A plus AB. We arrive at A. We start with A plus AB. We arrive at A. And beside, we also have written what rules we have used, what laws we have used to arrive when you progress from step to step. In this slide, we have proved it or verified it using truth table. So what is A plus AB? What is there in the left hand side? A plus AB. What is there on the right hand side? A. Let's say we have used two variables here. What are they? A and B. Write down A, B here. And what are the terms that we need to verify this law, to verify this rule? We need one term AB, and we need actually we need A plus AB. Since we cannot calculate A plus AB at once at a time, so we have break this down to AB, and then that result is added with A. So calculate AB first and add this result with A, call it A plus AB. Let's say A, B, these are the inputs, these are the intermediate terms. This is one intermediate term we have calculated. This is left hand side of the equality. Let's say A, B, when there are two inputs, what are the possible combinations? What are the possible combinations? 4 combinations: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. You cannot imagine input combination other than this 4. So we are verifying this left hand side and right hand side for all the input combinations. This type of verification is not possible in normal algebra, where if this is the expression in normal algebra, you cannot do something like this. You cannot prove it. You cannot validate this with the help of truth table like this. It is unique to Boolean algebra, where the input combinations are very limited. See, if it is a normal variable, then A can take a real number, B is also a real number, then infinite number of real numbers. You cannot sit down and write all the infinite number of real numbers to prove this or validate this expression. So Boolean algebra, in Boolean algebra, we may use truth table way of proving or validating any mathematical equation or expression. Now let's see. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Now what is AB? We are calculating this intermediate product AB. 0, 0 gives us 0, 0, 1 gives us 0, 1, 0 gives us 1, 1, 1 gives us 1. That is AB. So this AB is added with A to get A plus AB. A, consider this A which is added with AB, the first column and the second column. Now those two columns are add, what we get is A plus AB. Let's see, 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 1. So 1 plus 1 is 1 only. 1 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. So this is A plus AB, which is a left hand side term, and see, this column is equal to A. What is the A column? This column. Is it A is equal to A plus AB for all the possible combinations? Yes. Let's say if A is 0, A plus AB is also 0. If A is 0, A plus AB is also 0. And if A is 1 here, A plus AB is also 1. If A is 1, A plus AB is also 1. So A plus AB reduces to A. See here, we have one diagram. This is one input, this is the second input B. How do you get A plus AB? We need one AND gate to multiply AB to get this AB term. We need one add OR circuit to OR A with AB. Let's say this is A input this is B input, which are applied to AND gate. What is the result here? AB. This AB is taken and ORed with what? A. ORed with what? A. What we get is A plus this one. What is this one? AB. A plus AB we get here, which is same as, you don't need this circuit at all. Just take A directly. You can skip this circuit completely. Use this A in the following steps. Okay, you can completely ignore this. You can completely discard this circuit. Whenever you see A plus AB, you can directly write that down to. You can directly write this A plus AB as A. Next one is, there is the next one. Let's say A plus A bar B is equal to AB. A plus B, sorry. Rule 11 says A plus A bar B equal to A plus B. This is the proof. Proof is not much important, but anyway, the steps we have followed in proving this may be useful in simplifying the Boolean expressions. Let's see. A plus A bar B is the left hand side term. We start with the left hand side. Now see, what we can do is, A can be written like this, A plus AB. That is the rule 10. Just now we saw that one. A is same as A plus AB. We are using A plus AB. On right hand, this term is taken as it is. Now this A can be written like A dot A. A dot A gives us A plus AB plus A bar B. Just we are manipulating all these things to arrive at A plus B. So this is the second step. In the rule 7, what rule 7 says? A dot A gives us A. So this A is written like AA plus AB, and this comes as it is. This comes all along up to this step. AA plus AB, and we are removing this brackets. A plus A bar. What is A plus A bar? 0. Take this expression and add 0. Will it change the answer? No. So we have done it. AA plus AB plus A bar, which is 0. If 0 is added with this expression, that expression will not change. So nothing wrong in adding A bar plus A bar B. This term comes as it is here. Next one is, since A is, see this term and this term. Now what is common in these two terms? First and third terms, A is common. So A plus A bar, it is not that common. You are factoring this. So A plus A is A. A into A is AA. A into B is AB. This one. A bar into A is A bar. A bar. A bar into B is A bar B. So you can completely write this like this. A plus A bar into A plus B, which is called factoring. We are factoring this. And what is A plus A bar? A plus A bar is, rule 6 says A plus A bar equal to 1. So this term becomes 1 dot A plus B. 1 dot A plus B is A plus B itself. So rule 4 says A 1 dot some variable. 1 dot A, you can drop that 1, and what comes out? That variable. So what is the variable here? A plus B is the variable. So it comes like this, A plus B. So finally A plus A bar B is equal to A plus B. This is here we have used normal rules to prove this, to get this A plus B. Now you can use truth table also to prove this. In the truth table, if you want to prove this by using truth table, how many variables are used? There are 2 variables. Write down A, B. These are the 2 variables, A, B. And what terms we need? We need A bar B. So calculate A bar B in this column. And actually we need A plus A bar B. It is difficult to calculate A plus A bar B in one step. So break this down to 2 steps. Calculate A bar B first and write down here. Add that result with A and write down in this column. And also calculate A plus B, because we want to see this is equal to this one. Calculate a plus b and write here. Okay, and since we are having two variables, what are the possible combinations? Four combinations. These are the only combinations that this expression can take. A, B, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So we have written all the combinations. So what is A bar B? A bar B, how do you calculate A bar B? This is A, invert this A and with B. After inverting, 0 becomes 1, 1 dot 0 is 0. So invert this A, 1 dot 1 is 1. Invert this A, 0 dot 0 is 0. 0 dot 1 is 0. So this is A bar B, and this is to be added with A to get A plus A bar B. Let's see, take this column or this column with first column and third column. 0 here, 0 here, or so 0, 0 here, 1 here, 1. Since if at least 1 is 1, then output is 1. That is the OR operation. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. This is A plus A bar B. Now also calculate A plus B. What is A plus B? Take the first column or the first column with second column, which is B. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 1. So now verify left hand side with right hand side. Compare left hand side and right hand side. What is left hand side? A plus A bar B. What is the right hand side? A plus B. Now see if they are same. See if they are same. 0 here, 0 here, 1 here, 1 here. They are same for the corresponding input combinations. Okay. So what we have proved here, A plus A bar B is same as A plus B. That's what we have proved, and this is the circuit. So how do you implement A plus A bar B, which is left hand side, A plus A bar B? We need to implement this, we need one NOT gate. So this is the NOT gate, this is the A. After NOT gate, what we get is A bar B, and this is AND gate, to which B is the another input. So what is the output of this AND gate? This is A bar. Since A is inverted, this is A bar, this is B, this is A bar, right? And sorry, A bar B, this is A bar B, and the A bar B is added with A. So take this A or this result with A. So what is this? A plus A bar B, which is left hand side of the equality. Now what is there in the right hand side? That is equal to ORing A and B, A, B, or use OR gate A, B. So here we have used 3 gates. You have some result. Use a simple one OR gate, you will get the same result. So why unnecessarily use this? Use this one. Okay. There is the last one. Rule 12. A plus B into A plus C is equal to A into B. Sorry, A plus B into A plus C is equal to A plus B C. A plus B C. Let's prove it. Write down A plus B into A plus C, which is LHS. We start with LHS. A plus B into A plus C, right? You distribute this. A into A is AA. A into C is AC. B into A is AB. B into C is BC. This is by distributive law. Now see, A into A is A. AC is AC, AB is AB, BC is BC. These 3 terms comes as it is, as they are. AA becomes A. Now see, A into, in these 2 terms, what is common? You can take A common, A into 1 plus C, and AB, BC, these 2 terms as it is. A into 1, now see, 1 plus C is 1. This is rule 2. And beside we have mentioned the rules that are used. A into 1 plus C is 1, right? AB, this term comes down as it is, this term comes down as it is. A into, now A into A plus AB, you can take A common here, A into 1 plus B, BC. What is 1 plus B is 1. 1 odd with any variable gives us 1. So A into 1, this one entire thing is 1, BC. Now A plus BC. Finally what we get is A plus BC, since A dot 1 is 1. Sorry, A dot 1 is A. This is the proof of this rule. Now the same thing can be proved like this. The left hand side. See what are the variables we have used? AB, write down AB here. And also see, if you look at this expression, we have used 3 variables. And for 3 variables, what are the combinations? 8 combinations. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, like that. We have used all the combinations here. Then only we can say we have proved it. Otherwise, if you use only one combination and if you verify left hand side and right hand side, it is not the proof. These are the 3 variables, and totally we have 8 combinations, 0, 0, 0 all the way to 1, 1, 1. Now in the left hand side we need one term A plus B, we have calculated here A plus B. We need another term A plus C, we have calculated A plus C here in this column, and we have multiplied these two because we need, what is the left hand side? A plus B into A plus C. We need this one because it is difficult to calculate in one step the total expression. So we break down this into A plus B and A plus C. We have calculated A plus B here, A plus C here, and if you want A plus B and A plus C, just use AND operation. Okay, A plus B is A plus C, and what is there in the right hand side? A plus BC. So calculate BC and write down here, and R this BC with A, which is written here. Now let's see for 0, 0, 0, how A plus B is calculated? 0 plus 0. R these 2 columns and write down here. In the same way, A plus C. How do you calculate A plus C? Take A, R with C, consider this column and the third column, R these 2 columns, and write down in this column. That is A plus C. And how do you get A plus B and A plus C? Just under these 2 columns, this column and this column, and write down here. 0 dot 0 is 0, 1 dot 1 is 1, like that. This is the A plus B and A plus C, which is left hand side, LHS. And in the right hand side, we need BC term. So BC, how do you calculate BC? Consider this column and this column and use AND operation. 0, 0 is 0 dot 0 is 0, 0 dot 1 is 0, like that. BC, and take this result, add with A. So finally we have written A plus BC. So this column and the first column, this column and this column are odd. So we get A plus BC. Now see here, verify this. A plus B into A plus C, this column and this column are the same. They will be same. And so that is the proof for this one. And this is the circuit that realizes the left hand side. In the left hand side, we have A plus B into A plus C. A plus B, this is one OR gate which adds A and AB. This is another OR gate which takes A as one input, C as another input. So here we get A plus B, here we get A plus C, which are ANDed. A plus B is ANDed with A plus C, which are ANDed, that is A plus B into A plus C, which is LHS. In the right hand side, we have A plus BC. This is A. BC means, how do you get BC? We use AND gate. This is B, this is C, use AND gate. This is BC. This BC is added with, odd with A. This is A, this is BC. What we get is A plus BC. Now see the circuit. If you use left hand side, you will get 3 gates. 2 are OR gates, 1 is AND gate. You will get some answer. The same answer can be obtained by using just 2 gates. One for AND, one is AND, other one is OR. Both are same. We use this one. It is more simpler because it is containing only 2 gates. Whereas here, if you use left hand side expression, it takes 3 gates to implement. If you use the right hand side expression, it takes 2 gates to implement. In either case, the result is same. So we choose to use the second one, which is simplified one. So with this, we have covered all the gates